I'm just here as an ordinary human being, talking to the ordinary human beings that we all are. And we're going to explore how really all of us in this room are the same human being deep down, and how our minds work in similar ways, and we're going to explore that. So that's the first thing. The second thing to realize is you chaps, you folks, are part of a project which is national, and we're hoping to make it global. And it's really very simple. The aims are twofold. One is to transform individual lives, your life, and to make the world a better place. Right? Because if we can change an individual life, an individual who can live without conflict, have relationships which are harmonious, meet life's challenges without getting stressed, live with compassion, a sense of peace inside, and have a feeling for the earth we call home, then if you can be that individual, it's going to change the world. And it's your world, you know. You're the generation we're going to pass the baton on to, saying, hey, take care of this. We've made a mess of it, but it's up to you guys. Right? So I'm here really, and that's my passion. That's why I gave up a career in medicine 2 years ago. Had a good career in medicine, because I felt all of us need to do what we can to step up. Because you know the state of the planet and what's happening. Right? So that's really the background. Right. And what we're going to do is just ask questions. So there's no authority here. So I'm not here as a person who knows everything. Right? I'm here to learn. So we learn together by asking questions and then just exploring them. Okay. So in what ways do you think we are the same in this room?
We all have 2 legs and 2 arms.
Yeah, so we're anatomically similar, aren't we? And inside, physiologically, we're similar too, in the sense our heart works in the same way, our livers and pancreas, and, you know, all of that, the nuts and bolts of our lives are the same. Do you know how much our DNA is in common, all human beings? Anyone? It's 99.9% of our DNA is the same. The difference between us is just that 0.1% of the DNA. What about our minds? Do you think our minds are the same? What's similar between your mind and my mind?
We have the same emotions.
Right? We have the same emotions. And in what ways are we different?
We can interact with those emotions differently.
Okay.
We can do different things when we've got different emotions.
Okay. Yeah.
Might handle things differently, like if you don't like being around people, then you might get stressed or something.
Okay, so we get stressed by different things, don't we? Yeah? But as you said, yes?
One person never thinks the same as another.
Okay. Why is that? Why is your thinking different to my thinking? What's the difference? Why is that?
Because we all have different experiences of life, so we've got different views on different things.
Right. So we could put it a different way, in that the difference between us is the content of our memory. Right? All our experiences, family, all of that is different. That's what makes us unique. And because that's all we see, we think that's all there is. So we look different, and because the content of our memory is different, all our experiences are different, we think we're unique. And in that way we are. But as you said, our feelings are the same. That means every human being has the same range of feelings. Yes, the cause of your stress and mine will be different, right? But the nature of stress is the same. Say, I'm anxious because I've operated on a patient and I'm not sure I've paralyzed them or not, for example. And you're anxious because you've got an exam coming up. But anxiety is the same, do you understand? So we can kind of explore it together. That's what I'm trying to point out. is that the content of our memory is different. So if we start talking about your opinion, my opinion, your belief, my belief, what you're good at, then there's disharmony, do you understand, in the world. Your opinion on Brexit, my opinion on Brexit is the same. I mean, it's different, so we end up. But if we talk about the way our mind works and our feelings and what's behind them, then it's the same. See? You understand? So then we can all be scientists and say, okay, well, let's look at this moon together. It's the same moon, right? I didn't invent the moon. I don't own the moon. We can all look at it together. See what I mean? But instead of the moon, we're just looking at the way our mind works. That's all we're doing. You understand? Okay, good. Right, so what's a common subject that is deeply important to young people that we could explore today in terms of a feeling, for example? What's important to you? What's the challenge?
Exams.
Exams? Anyone else? What else feels like a challenge in terms of a feeling?
Hard work.
Sorry?
Stuff that you can't complete. Like, if you're not good at English, then you might find it hard to do that work.
Okay, and how does that make you feel?
Well, a bit annoyed and sad at the same time, because
Okay.
if you're watching everyone else do well around you and you're the only one doing bad, then that makes you feel down and anxious
So-
by yourself.
Shall we talk about stress? Because that seems to be quite a common theme among not just young people, old people too. Okay. Do you know roughly what percentage of the population experiences stress every year? Do you know what the numbers are? You'll be astonished. It's 80%. 8 out of 10 people in this country, between 7 and 8 out of 10 people, complain of severe to moderate stress. Okay? So, for young people, what are the common things that stress you out?
Exams.
Exams
Yeah.
create a certain anxiety.
Yeah. Schoolwork.
Schoolwork, okay. And what else?
Probably like social life. Maybe like if you like argue with people, that can be stressful.
Arguing,
Mhm.
okay.
Just if you feel like you're not doing enough in life, like feel like you could do more but you don't know what.
Okay, give me an example.
Like sometimes you feel like, I don't know.
You feel you're not good enough, you mean? Someone's better than you at something. Does that make you feel, how does that make you feel?
Sometimes it makes us feel like sadish.
Sad, yeah? Okay. Remember, we're exploring in general. We're not really deep going into anyone's personal problem. We're just exploring life for young. By the way, it's not unique to you, okay? It's all young people in the world and all adults in the world have the same feeling. Yes?
So, not knowing what's going to happen in the future, so
Okay. Does that create a certain, what feeling does that create?
you're going to be anxious because you don't know what's going to come up to you, what challenges are going to come up.
Okay, so anxiety is a big one, right? In terms of you don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? What else is a common cause of stress in young people?
The expectation the public has.
Expectations of your parents, maybe, other people, society in general. Like everyone expects you to get A stars and go to the top university, you know, and be a millionaire by the time you're 25 or whatever. Yes? What other stresses do we have?
Fear.
Fear, okay. Give me an example of what makes young people afraid.
Not knowing if they're going to pass a certain subject, or in general, just not knowing.
Okay, so not knowing if you're going to pass a certain subject. What about social media? Does that cause quite a bit of stress in young people?
I don't think they actually know it, but it does. Because you look at a certain picture and you believe you want to be like that.
Okay, all right. Yes,
The way you look, like your appearance to other people.
the way you look can be a cause of stress. Yes? All right, so shall we explore some of these themes?